Hi everyone, it is September 2nd. This is not a great way to start the video, but this is Garfunkel's and Simone's baby. If I sound really tired, it's because this whole hatch has been one absolute disaster. From it, we have two live and very healthy baby chicks, like actual chickens. Those belong to Merlin and who knows which hens. They are doing great. I'll show them later. Then we had these two. I made a mistake, and at least I can admit I made a mistake. I had tracked what day I started incubating these eggs. I switched them over to under the hen, but I knew that they were due to hatch on the 28th. However, the ultimate rule of hatchery is to never go in and intervene unless it should be a last resort. The reason being that there can be blood vessels, there can be unabsorbed egg yolks. There's 1,000 ways to kill a chick or a turkey poult if you try to go in there and assist. So even though it was incredibly late, sometime yesterday evening, this guy or gal, she's actually been very lively until now. Now she takes a nap. Pipped. She broke through the outer membrane of the egg. There was a little hole. So I thought, I am going to let this bird do it. So I waited, and then come about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I went and pulled the egg out from under Simone, and I heard tap, 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 tap. She was just banging her head against the egg and making no progress whatsoever. I have a video of the hatch, but the way I assist hatch is I peel the top part of the egg off that doesn't have any blood vessels, and then I start checking for blood vessels. This chick had absolutely none. This chick should have hatched 3 or 4 days ago, like I suspected. My first thought was occasionally they're just very late to grow. That was not the case. This chick should have been out 4 days ago. The inside of the egg was just completely dried out. Like, this chick was ready to go. So as a result of very late hatching, this chick developed something called Rye syndrome. It is a vitamin deficiency. This chick basically came out malnourished and dehydrated. Rye syndrome is very, very easy to identify. Their legs are strong, they cheep, they're alert, but they go into what's called stargazing position. They can't control the motion of their neck. This chick, believe it or not, is actually a mild case. I started, as soon as I recognized it, and luckily I recognized it quick after hatch, I started on vitamin E capsules, selenium, B12, and then an electrolyte blend that basically covers anything this bird might be missing. Oh, and niacin. Niacin is a very big one. There were warning signs with the egg also that Simone might have had some nutritional deficiencies, namely those big weird calcium deposits and kind of a thin shell to begin with. Well, anyways, this is 8 hours after birth. I strongly believe that this chick is going to make it just like Garfunkel did. If you guys remember Garfunkel, he survived with literally having half of his side chewed out by a predator. So, yes, I know, I see you. This one's already imprinted on me. I am mother. Cheep, cheep, cheep. So, strong desire to live in this one, to eat, to drink. This one just, by 12 hours after birth, they should be walking on their own, and this one cannot. And here's the sad news, her sibling. As soon as I realized this one had wry neck and I figured out what was going on and that the chicks had both been stuck, I went to go retrieve her partially hatched sibling, and it was too late. That one did not have a chance at all. So We only have one turkey and two chicks. The turkey has wry neck, which is treatable. It's going to take a tremendous amount of patience and just giving her constant ground up vitamins. Actually, the more I look at her and watch her, the more, why do I keep saying her? The more I think this is going to be an easier cure than I thought maybe 3 hours ago. But James is, for y'all that know him, he's a bitterly honest man. And when he's thought that birds aren't going to make it, he's told me, and he is fully confident that this one will. He's let me sleep a couple of hours at a time while holding him. I can't put him in a brooder because other chicks will inadvertently step on it or cause injuries or wow, I think this one's actually hungry. Those are eating motions. Let me show you more about Rye syndrome, though. I don't want this chick to get chilled or anything, but if you watch the legs, super strong. Like, I want to walk. Let me walk. But then that head, there's just no control over the head, and the head is very heavy and long on turkeys. So that prevents this. I can almost let her stand up for a second, and then that head starts to go a little crazy. It tends to tilt up and backwards. So 100% nutritional deficiency, 100% treatable if I just dedicate the next 3 days of my life to this bird, and you guys know me, I will. So please wish me luck, and I'm going to be really tired and irritable. And moment of silence for her sibling. That's really sad, but for Garfunkel and Simone to have one survivable chick out of this will be a wonderful outcome. And this chick is beautiful. Came out late. You could just tell it came out late. Already developing wing feathers. That's not supposed to happen. So, all right, I will do a much shorter video update tomorrow and let you guys know what I'm doing and what our game plan is. And if anyone has a chicken or a turkey, or this can happen to any livestock, poultry with wry neck, I'd love to share my experience or get feedback from you guys on what you're doing and how you're doing it, and we can share stories. But all right, good night, guys. I won't be sleeping any, but I hope you guys do.